So, Om. Actually, we inherit things from company. In whichever company we live, we get something or not. Company, your friends, your environments, your parents, they give you a tradition of, cultured things, refined things up to their state of mind. Here also, we want to give you that flexibility of mind which can give you the way to approach that reality which is ever existing. Something is ever existing. It is always with us. It is everywhere, so it is always with us. But we have, forgotten about that. Something is always with us. You say God is everywhere or not? You say or not? You believe in it or not? Then God is always with you. Do you ask for Him to give us help? To bring us out of the, clutches of ignorance? You don't say like this, Do you? That is not there in your mind. So near, so dear He is. We love God. Anybody you love the God in him or her. Dead body, do you love the dead body? What is gone out of that? The element you love. God is not there in it. Why not? Though God is everywhere, still it is there. It is like that, You see, bulbs have got filament in it. Bulbs, they have filament in it, a wire in it, of platinum. If it is disconnected, light is there, but light outside is not there. It is of no use to us, bulb is there, but platinum is not connected, so it is of no use to us. In the same way, our platinum is disconnected from the God, from the self. You have not searched the self up to now. Searches up to the bodies, up to the senses, little bit to the intellect level, and that too is ego promoted. Ego, moves you, but of your state. All have ego, but of different state of minds, But when you met your ego, they want that we must talk, here. There is station between this, Hello? Hello? हाँ जी, कुछ रहो बेटा, बाद में कर लेना, अब क्लास शुरू हो गई है ना। हाँ, बाद में दे देना, ठीक है। So, this shows worldly connections, they interfere, they interrupt your connection with that already providing entity. They come in the way. if attachment is there. Because transference of attachment is to be either with the word or with the God. You know the word, so attachment is usually with the word. God you have not known yet. You have not started towards God. You are far away from God, that means in the other way. When starting point is not there, how will you reach the goal? So knowing self, is knowing God, knowing self. It will start from egoistic self first, then ego will melt when you approach to that point, when you see, oh, everywhere God is with me. Wherever I go, it is already there. You are here, it is there in your country also, not the same God. Not the different one. Same God is there. And you are loving the same God everywhere. We have to search that point where your search begins and the love for God starts. You have not yet started because, mind is the instrument which comes in our way. Mind is the instrument, mind is the vehicle, mind is the media which come in between us and our approach. The things you like, you run for them when you don't have, or not? But for God, nobody runs. Nobody tries with that velocity, with that momentum, with that eagerness. Nobody is trying in that way. You have to try with that, fervor, strength, love, to know what self is. Because that self is part and parcel of that all-pervading power, which is love, knowledge, and then beatitude. When you are soaked in love, then you can see what beatitude is. We have sponge, they are dry. When we put it in water, what is there? Water everywhere is there. You can feel it. You can press it and it will, throw out what? Water. In the same way, when you are soaked in the self, you will, anybody, any circumstances, any environment, when press you, what will come out? Love. Knowledge. And that too of permanent quality. Temporary they change from the beginning. Temporary things, when they are made, the day you buy, they say now it is second, and if you go to return it, they won't give you the price they charge. In the same way, self is, it's not changing. The media which are manifesting the self, they are out of the matter, so they are changing. So we have to purify the media, For that we say sit. First you have to know how to sit. If you can sit, then you can stay also. In movement what is? Full mind is not applied in the action. In the same way, if you are involved in sitting, or your attention is in the sitting position, then your full concentration is not there in the search of the self. So first, choose your comfortable posture, how to sit, how long, we can sit so that no disturbance is there in the mind. Mind may receive what we are searching, though it is receiving, but we are not perceiving. So we have to go in. Ways to disconnect the mind first. Without disconnecting the mind, you can't enter it. Moving thing can't be, controlled. Mind moves faster than us or not. It can go to home in a second. Can you go there? With that speed. How faster it is. So, in movement, we can't control it. Moving, we can't control it. We have to bring to a position where it can stand still. Then we can direct it, So, before starting, you have to be aware, we have to be alert. What is our aim? Aim is to stop the mind by disconnecting it with the word, which is motivating us, compelling us to move towards the word. In moving, you don't watch also. In car, we are coming, and in speed, we see the things, but we can't observe what things are there, what are they like. Can we? In the same way, this moving mind is observing the word in that vague way, not the clear way, not the distinct things, features, everything, size, length, breadth. We can't see that, we can't calculate that. So, here, with the flexibility of body, flexibility of mind starts. The body is flexible, you are at peace. You are at rest. Mind is at rest. Then it can be ready to accept or search for what you really need. Because with the present state of mind, none is satisfied. He is trying for something new and new daily to calm the mind, to comfort the mind. Actually, you get rest when you go home. Nowhere else the same quality of rest is there in this world. That's why we say home is the best. Whether it is east or west, home is the best. This east is a place which propel you, instigate you, pull you to go to the point from where all culture started. Because this is the highest part of the world. Himalaya is where? In India. The highest hill. On the highest place, sun rays come first of all. And light movement can be there. And light thinking can be there. When you see something, then you try to, calculate it, whether I should get it or not, whether it is right for me or not, whether it will benefit me or not, whether it will unite me with the family or with our friends, or it will separate it. Actually, from heart to heart, we want to get united, become one with each other, or not. But if this mind, is of the same, quality, same strata, then you can come closer and unite. A child's like, yes?
Let me little translation.
Yes.
Korte vertaling. Korte samenvatting. De erven van de mensen waar we mee leven, waar we onze familie, ons gezin.
Dat doe je dus in het Nederlands, hè?
Ja, dat is het allerbeste. I will do it tomorrow if you want. In French. Samtje begon met: wij erven van de mensen waar we mee leven, wij krijgen onze kennis van, onze familie, ons gezin, onze cultuur. En eigenlijk die familie, die cultuur, dat gezin, dat kan ons zover brengen als dat hun state of mind is. Dus eigenlijk zijn we daarvan afhankelijk van hoe de omgeving om ons heen is. En tot zover kunnen zij ons helpen. Ze kunnen je begeleiden naar waar zij met hun eigen state of mind zitten. Wat hij had over God is altijd overal, alomtegenwoordig, hier, daar, thuis, waar dan ook. En hij geeft ook aan van, eigenlijk vragen we nooit het goddelijke, het universele in ons om hulp, omdat we zo gericht zijn op de buitenwereld. En toen gaf hij dat voorbeeld van, hou je van iemand, van het goddelijke in iemand, of hou je van het lichaam? En als je een dood lichaam ziet, kun je daarvan houden. En dan kom je erachter dat het eigenlijk niet dat lichaam het is waar je van kunt houden, maar eigenlijk is het de persoon of die energie of dat goddelijke, dat universele in iemand. En, want als iemand dood is, wat hij dan als voorbeeld gaf, als een lamp, want dat vertelt, daar zit zeg maar bepaalde laagjes in, maar als die elektriciteit daar niet doorkomt, is disconnected, dan is er geen licht. Dus wat heb je dan aan die lamp? Als die lamp stuk is, dan heb je er niks aan. Hij zei, dat is eigenlijk hetzelfde met het lichaam. Als de verbinding er niet is, als die energie er niet is, heb je niks aan het lichaam en is het lichaam ook verder niks meer. Zoals de lamp ook niks meer waard is.
Ik wil zo meer op de adem, zeg maar.
Wat?
De adem in het lichaam, dat zeg maar.
Nee, de universele energie. Je kunt zeggen dat het prana, maar dat is het goddelijke, wat jou bezielt, dat is weg. En als het ontzielt lichaam, die uitdrukking kennen we, dan is het lichaam leeg.
Ja.
Ego wordt eigenlijk veel meer gepromoot in plaats van het goddelijke in ons. Allerlei wereldse verbindingen, zoals die telefoon, kan jou verleiden, afleiden van het goddelijke, van de weg naar binnen. Het trekt jou in de wereld. En gehechtheid is alleen maar met de wereld. Wanneer gaan we werkelijk naar binnen? En dat is pas als het doel duidelijk is. Jezelf kennen is eigenlijk gelijk aan het goddelijke kennen. Het goddelijke is overal, dus eigenlijk zit het in iedereen en in alles. En als we dat in ons zoeken, dan is het doel duidelijk en dan weet je waar je voor kunt gaan. Onze instrumenten zijn slechts een middel om mee te werken. En die instrumenten zijn er puur om in de wereld mee te werken. Maar weet wat je werkelijke zelf is, wat die instrumenten aanstuurt. Eigenlijk als je naar het innerlijke zelf gaat, dan kom je universele liefde, universele kennis en schoonheid tegen. En hij zegt ook van op het moment dat je daar komt, is alsof een spons die droog is, je in het water stopt. En dat zuigt zich helemaal vol. En dat is wat hij zegt van, het ego wordt als het ware helemaal volgezogen door de buitenwereld. Maar dat moeten we dus loshalen en leegknijpen, al die gewoontes eruit halen, zodat we zeg maar naar binnen kunnen keren. En daar treffen we een permanent geluk, liefde en kennis aan en niet iets tijdelijks. Dus het zuiveren van de media is onze eerste stap. Zitten is noodzakelijk en probeer dus langere tijd te zitten en dat betekent dus oefenen. Ontkoppel de mind van de buitenwereld, dat is de eerste klus. Mind is sneller dan het licht. Het is te bewegelijk, dus maken we het stil en zetten hem stil. Dus wees helder wat je doel is. In de beweging kijken we niet scherp, want dat gaat vluchtig en oppervlakkig, zoals hij zei, van als je in de bus zit hier naartoe, je kijkt het om je heen, maar je neemt niet heel scherp waar. Het is veel meer de flow waarin je komt te zitten. Dus de werkelijkheid is niet wat we meteen dan ook zien. Eigenlijk moeten we werken aan wat wij zeggen flexibiliteit van het lichaam, maar eigenlijk is die flexibiliteit van het lichaam nodig om een flexibele mind te hebben, zodat we die zelf kunnen manipuleren zoals we ook het lichaam manipuleren. Zoals we het lichaam kunnen beheersen, dienen we de mind te beheersen. Dan ben je klaar om te gaan zitten. En zegt hij ook van, je hebt eigenlijk alleen maar rust als je thuis bent. En of dat nou in Nederland, India, waar dan ook is. Het maakt niet uit, want metaforisch gezegd, als je thuis bent, het innerlijke thuis, dan ben je. Dan voel je die rust ook en komt die rust ook vanzelf naar voren. En doordat we een drang hebben om één te worden met, Zoek het nu nog in de wereld met mensen die op onszelfde state of mind zitten. Ja?
Ja.
Daar staat het.
Ja.
Okay.
So, first step is to disconnect this busy mind, If it is busy, it won't, absorb the things you want to see in this world. It's busy in its old experiences, old state of enjoyed, experiences. You enjoy something which is according to your mind, But here, you have to search yourself. If enjoyed keeps you busy, you won't get anything new. You have to experience something new. So, you have to first disconnect and try to stay inside so that you can reach to the point from where mind is acting. The acting mind is something solid, something without life, something without thinking. Mind don't think, something else thinks, That material which is thinking, which is giving activity, motion to the mind, we have to search that, which is inside, behind the mind. And the purest one is behind the ego also. Because ego separates us from that, our origin, separate us from our origin. In the age when you see that we are now intelligent enough, we don't seek the help of parents even. Now we are intelligent, we can manage everything, Ask to your parents even, In the same way, as long as you are, sure that we are doing well, we can go ahead with this, intelligence which we possess. You won't divert, you won't return, you won't reach the point from where this mind is motivated. So we have to go first separate and then go in and stay. Staying in can, when you are moving, you can't change the direction, Reverse gear can't be applied at the same time when the vehicle is moving forward, Can you go backward? No gear is there, no vehicle is there, no instrument is there. It can go forward and backward at the same time. In the same way, this mind, when it will stop, then it will, move towards the self, which is our real self, our real origin, we can say. We are our real object of love, it is. If you know that, then you will say, it is, radiating love everywhere. Love is coming out of it. We will not experience that because we are not, disconnected with the experiences which we are enjoying in this world, So we have to first what? Go in, stay in, see, observe it, not outside. Because outside world, all have, got something from somewhere. That's not original yet. So we have to go to the original point from where everything this word originates in the best possible way. So knowing self is going in and staying in and searching the self which is everywhere. We know which is the self which is, covered, delimited by limited things. We have to become this limited entity, we have to make unlimited. This finite is to be made infinite because it is infinite. So, by staying it, you can go in that direction. So what? See inside, stay inside and set the self, which is one, not many. Only when it is in the egoistic state, it looks to be many, but still it is one. One behind that. As the electricity in all the bulbs are, one or many. Electricity is one, not here, in your country also, in the same way. That self is one everywhere. So, go in, stay in, peep in, and when you stabilize there, then you can start. Otherwise, you are not starting. You may believe you are starting, but still, starting point has not come. Because right is not known, You start when the path is right, you don't ask anybody. If the path is not right, you ask everywhere, will this road go to the place where I am going or not? Inquiry is there or not? Otherwise, you will stop. Sing your map, or activate your, mobiles or cars, tell us the way. You search it there or not. But here, you are doing nothing. So you have to go to the point, because things we have done, they have not given us the comfort which we need. That's why we change at every step. Where there is discomfort, we change it. But that's such a better comfort, we can say. This we are doing. So, we need everything in plenty, not in quantity. We don't need anything in minimum quantity. Maximum of that we need, The same way in this also we need something which is everywhere and from every corner and nook of this world. The same thing. Make the busy mind first unbusy, so that the limits and limited thinking which it has acquired may break. Yes?
I just have a question about what you said around that we change paths every time we find discomfort. Is that, are there times, or what are the times when we should still continue in that path, or when is it the right time to change?
Actually, whatever you do for peace of mind or not?
Peace of mind?
Yes, comfort, in the other word.
Yes and no, it depends.
Why? You want right things or not, in your life or not?
Yeah, I want to feel like I'm on the right
If you are on the right path, you are in comfort.
Yeah.
The day, the time, the moment I am not on the right, what will happen?
But do you think there are times where you have to persevere and push through anyway, even if it's discomfort? In other words, is there discomfort?
In discomfort, you won't continue. In discomfort, you won't continue, The day you feel it is discomfort, you will stop and search that.
Is that the right thing to do?
It is the right way, Your own self will object to everything which is not comforting you.
Yeah.
Behavior of anybody, if it is disturbing, then you say, oh, mind your, self.
Yeah.
You are not behaving.
Mind yourself.
Thanks.
So this is, actually everything in us is from outer world, not from the inner world yet. Because we have not seen the mind where it stops. And after stopping, it changes the direction, Then it starts reaching to the point where we all have memory centers. We call it chitta. Mind stuff out of which this mind is made up. Your mind is what? Collection of all memories which you have of the past, or something different. All past memories are there in the mind. And they are, compelling us to follow the same path. Though we are not enjoying, but still we, in hope of getting something better, we are, still treading the same path. Only the day you see, this boss is not comforting, not pleasing me, not giving me the comfort of that extent which I need, you will leave it then. Otherwise you won't leave it. Actually, company is like that. Everybody around us is moving on the same path, moving in the same way. So we are saying, oh, we are also right because they are doing the same things, we are not doing anything different. But still in your heart, discomfort comes, and then for a moment, there is somewhere inside vacuum. Oh, not there, where I can get comfort, which is increasing and going to the point where it is always eternal. This desire is from the beginning, from the moment, if you see the insect, you block its way. Oh no, it won't block. He will search the other way around, or not. Yeah. Or it will try to overtake you also, go over you. In the same way, they are not intelligent like us, but still, we are like animals, follow what we have learned from the society. So we have to go to the point where mind may stop and go to the point from where it starts. So at the starting point of your all thinking. When you said that beginning, because in the beginning velocity is less, motion is less. In the beginning you can turn a car, soon back, But in velocity, you can't read it like that. So, go to the place from where mind starts. You will even be forget, say, oh, come on, where you are. If thought is not there, It's not coming with, strike it here, come on, where you have gone. So that means somewhere, here is the starting point of the mind. That's why usually we say, meditate between the eyebrows. And meditation means seeing something inside, doing something inside, not simply sitting and meditating. If you are sitting, that means you are helping what? Your state of mind. But we have to transcend that state of mind which is blocking us. For that we have to make it busy. Is making busy, what will happen? I will start seeing at some point. Instead of darkness, there will be light. And in light, movement and thinking start. All right, now you can repeat.
Ontkoppel je mind. Want hij is bezig met herinneringen van jouw eigen ervaringen in de wereld en uit het verleden. Om naar binnen te gaan, ga je nieuwe ervaringen opdoen. Omdat het intern helemaal nieuw is. De mind denkt niet en het is alleen maar een middel waardoor acties ontstaan. Het komt vanuit het ego, maar ook daar voorbij, waar het ego uitkomt, daar moet je zoeken. Het ego is eigenlijk de oorzakelijkheid van onze scheiding, van onze bron. Het intellect dient ons hierin te helpen om zeg maar het verankeren met het doel vast te houden. De mind, als die stopt, dan beweeg je eigenlijk vanzelf naar jezelf. Dan kun je als het ware, zoals hij zei, de auto uitstappen en om je heen kijken. Eigenlijk is het wat hij zei in een auto, het is als in een auto, je bent constant aan het rijden, je bent constant bezig in de wereld om je positie te bepalen, maar eigenlijk sta je nooit stil. Dus zet die auto stil, zet die motor uit en dan kun je zeg maar uitstappen. Dan kun je boven die mind uitstijgen. En daar in dat stukje van dat werkelijke zelf, dat is eigenlijk waar alleen maar de liefde kan stralen. Daar straalt hij ook. En in het ware zelf is het puur en zuiver. Het zelf is versluierd op dit moment door het wereldse denken. Dus ga naar binnen, dan zie je de eenheid en diversiteit. Het zelf is eigenlijk één. Je kunt denken dat je start, maar als je niet ontkoppeld bent, niet ontkoppeld met de wereld, dan zul je nooit kunnen starten. We zoeken, maar intern is er geen tom-tom. We hebben geen navigatie in onszelf, ook al zijn we gewend om in de buitenwereld constant de structuur en de tom-tom, de navigatie te raadplegen. En eigenlijk naar binnen toe is er een onbegrensdheid, een constantheid van onbegrensdheid. Dus maak de mind stil en dan breek je die begrenzingen waar we onszelf mee beperken. Als je niet op het pad bent, hoe voel je dat? Als je in de flow zit, als je in de comfort zit, dan zit je op je pad. Je mind yourself. Zo van, wees helder naar jezelf waar je zit. Alles wat we hebben is van buiten. Waar start dat alles? Waar zit dat? Zoek dat. En de bron, wat hij ook zei, is het chitta. Daar waar de mind uit voortkomt met al zijn herinneringen en zijn geheugen, zijn verleden. Maar gaan we door op ons huidige pad, omdat we hopen, we gaan door op ons huidige pad, omdat we hopen op betere tijden. Maar dat is dus uiteindelijk alleen maar in de buitenwereld. En we zoeken mensen om ons heen die op eenzelfde manier in dezelfde state of mind zitten. En daarmee voelen we dat we verbonden zijn en op het pad goed bezig zijn. Dit verlangen is vanuit de bron, vanuit de oorzakelijkheid van ons bestaan, om weer in die eenheid te komen van dat permanente. We zijn op dit moment net als dieren. We leren alles van de omgeving en van de samenleving, maar we vergeten om het startpunt van het denken te bereiken. Daar waar de mind, waar er minder emoties zijn. Dus zegt hij ook van, op het moment dat je iets vergeet, dan wijs je naar je hoofd. Dus mediteer tussen je derde oog, bij je Anja chakra, omdat daar de mind zit. En uiteindelijk zei hij, we dienen boven de mind uit te stijgen. En dan zullen onze ogen en onze zintuigen van binnenuit gaan werken en zullen we het licht van binnen zien. Waar we nu nog alleen maar donker te zien.
So, you have to, yes.
One question. You said something about the meditating, it's like almost saying at last, that you have to do something, because if you do nothing, the mind will continue its work. But what is that something that you have to do?
Actually, something is concerned with your aim of life, with your goal of life. Whichever goal you fix in your memory, that is to be remembered. It can be the name of that entity. It can be the form of that entity if it has name, form, and the qualities of that entity. These can be thought about.
And how do you decide then for that entity?
With reciting the name of these qualities must be thought about, If you don't think about them, They won't come in. Starting is after thinking. When your ideas are clear, oh, this is what I have to attain, then then you select some ideal in your life, some personalities which they possess these qualities, you think about them then. For breaking the limits which your personality has created. Then you start moving. Because in limits, everything is, spoiled one, deformed one, not of the same originality from where they have originated. So, first point is peep in, see in, stay in, but keeping yourself busy, not leaving yourself vacant there. You can write any word there, maybe Om, and see if it is penned there or not. If you are penning, you must see it. The day you see it, oh, it's all right, it is there. That day you will be disconnected. Your belief will change into faith then. That change, will be the starting point of, everybody. And the state of mind comes, then you start towards your self. Because self is undying, doesn't take birth even. Only the media take birth. Self is eternal. It is all the time. Only what happens, clothes are changed, forms are changed only. Outer covering changes. You see somewhere, in the news there is a boy has born who says, I was there in my previous life. Boys and girls, they say like this. Not this is my home, that was my home. Some of them, stop their parents, stop here, I lived here. This is my home, these are my parents, these are my brothers, these are my sisters. They tell like this. That means the storage is there in that chitta. That memory center contains these things. When you are there, you remember these things. So, we have to go. First, disconnect and go in. Disconnection is the first step. Disconnecting with the, present thinking moment of the mind. And if you can stay, then you can connect also. Connection is always possible when you are busy inside in remembering the goal, and the words are the thought, are the qualities which are possessed by that entity which is everywhere. Things are simple, but they have to be practiced. Then they will become simple. Otherwise, they are very, this is a difficult path. No, it's your path. You have left it. You have to correct it now. So, go in, stay in, and make yourself busy so that you can reach to the point from where energies are coming and guiding you in the old ways. You have to learn the new ways. You have to learn the new path, new goal, which are waiting for you. Actually, persons which are pure, they are for all. They love all. They equally love all. They don't differentiate between, this is not nice, this is not nice, he's bad, he's good. No. For them, everybody is projection of God. Same qualities, same things. They are there, but they are in the seed form. They have not taken the form of tendrils and plant yet, They are there. Plant have tendrils, they are leaves, first leaves, then some things, to, increase their shape, form.
Say it again.
Tendrils.
Tendrils.
Yes.
Is it plant or
Tender
flower?
thing.
Huh?
Is that a plant or a flower?
Oh, plant, flower is a later stage, First, if you plant something, leaves come. But they increase in number when a small tendril things come out of the two leaves and then another two leaves come. Tendril is a tender stage,
What is the essence of that example?
Is niet de kiem?
Example.
Yeah, it's the kiem. Yeah, that is ook.
Which example?
But it takes time to grow. Even also if you go inside, slowly, step by step.
Because you go inside,
Yes.
but still you are connected to the.
Right.
We have to disconnect it completely. That's why we have to do something there. Make the mind busy there so that it may stay. Whatever you are doing, if you can realize it is being done, then it's the state of stopping inside. Start. It's just the beginning point.
Okay, somewhere to start.
Somewhere to start.
Somewhere to start.
Actually, starting from the right point is needed, not from somewhere.
Yes, that's.
Old rights are to be replaced by new rights. Because old are from the environment affected company, Now here you have to go into the company of spiritual beings who know what spirit is. Here they know that these things not, take birth, they are eternal. So you have to go to a state of mind which is eternally searching the self, incessantly, continuously searching the self. Self is something which we all love. Self is the product of love, we can say. Out of that, love comes, love shines, love peeps into others' arena also.
Ja, Rob.
Actually, if you want to peep in others' life, with love you can enter in his life. Otherwise, he says, oh, go away. He will compel, he will pull you out. Go away. Why you are coming near me? Even closeness, body closeness, they don't like at that stage. When mind is one, mind is of one thinking, then you get connected. Then you get closer. When closeness of mind comes, then the closeness of intellect also comes. What good qualities are there, which I like in it. Then you start thinking of the qualities of that person whom you love. And if you go higher than qualities, you don't think. Then you think what? Love is coming or not? That's all. I am being soaked in the love or not, like the sponge. Sponge, you know?
Sponge.
Eh?
Or this SpongeBob.
So, aim is to break created things, and get them renewed with new one at every step, you know. If they are not renewed, you can leave it, you know. Anything you taste daily, oh, I must change this taste, you know. All the day you are giving me one same thing, that's not good. Once we went to the village of Guruji, you know. This boy was with us, you know. In their, you know, village, they used to give 1 lentil daily. And he said, you know, no other lentil is there in your village? Then Guruji said, go home and ask them, you know. Actually, that lentil which they were giving, they think that is more powerful for everybody. But for the change of taste, they sent him. And they cooked another dal and he took it there then. And then they told him, you know, this is why we welcome everybody. We think that everybody must get healthier and healthier when he comes to our village. So we may give them, impart them the healthiest food which we take here. Because health is wealth for them. Health is wealth or not? If you are healthy, wealth can come. If you are not healthy, wealth won't come even.
Guruji, you said, you know, surround yourself with spiritual people.
Oh yes.
Right? To keep the state of mind, the permanent state of mind of searching the self. I don't know. I don't know what I wanted to ask, but I think how important is it if, for example, partners are not on the same spiritual path, or?
You are not searching the partner here, you are searching the self here.
Sorry.
Actually.
Yes, but if I have a partner already, if I'm married.
But don't worry, you know, you have to search the self, you know.
Yes, but what about why did you mention the spiritual people? Because I thought it could be.
Spiritual people means, you know, when you go in the field of spiritualism, then you need some helper or not.
Yes, okay, yes. Yes.
And for helper you will search inside, you know.
Yes.
And when you are at peace, when you are reach to the state where peace originates from you, he will be better than before you. He will also be good.
He can stay. He can stay. Rose is a nice guy.
Yeah, he's nice.
Shall I try?
Yes, you can try.
De vraag was, wat moet je doen om naar binnen te keren, om de pad te zuiveren, en hij kaartte even jouw eigen persoonlijke God aan, als je daarop mediteert. Eigenlijk wat ze aangeven is van op het moment dat je op zo'n God, Shiva of Vishnu of Brahma of Krishna, bedenk het maar, die kwaliteiten van die God, die eigenlijk worden van jou, dat wordt zeg maar aangewakkerd, ontwikkeld zeg maar doordat jij je daar zo op mediteert, zo daarin opgaat, dat het eigenlijk in jou zich ontwikkelt. Maar ook zo ontwikkeld dat je daardoor die grenzen kunt breken, de begrenzing kunt verbreken die je eigenlijk hebt opgedaan door de levens en door dit leven heen. Dat is eigenlijk het idee van, dat is de eerste stap. Op het moment dat we daarin door kunnen gaan, dan zul je merken dat je de kwaliteiten eigenlijk van die Isvara hebt. Doordat wij moeten eigenlijk de begrenzingen dus verruilen voor de zuiverheid. Voor de zuiverheid en voor de onbegrensdheid. Op laatst zei hij ook van, eigenlijk wat we moeten doen, ons doel is het breken van begrenzingen en het vernieuwen wat onbegrensd is. Als je bijvoorbeeld met niet een Isvara hebt, dan kun je zeggen van, als ik het Om gaat herhalen in mijn meditatie, dan zeg je van, schrijf het als het ware, of zie het als het ware in je derde oog. En op het moment dat je dat kunt zien met jouw innerlijke oog, die Om zo voor je, dan gaat op een gegeven moment het geloof veranderen in weten. Het is niet meer een aanname, maar het is je weet dat het werkt, je weet dat het functioneert door puur je eigen ervaring. En het zelf, het werkelijke zelf, dat neemt geen geboorte. Het is alleen maar de media wat zeg maar constant verandert en een nieuw leven pakt. Kinderen kunnen heel actief hun vorige leven herinneren en daar zijn genoeg verhalen over zeg maar. En al die herinneringen die ook die kinderen laten zien, dat als ze zeggen stop hier met de auto, want daar heb ik gewoond, dat zijn mijn familieleden, dat zit opgeslagen in onze chitta. Dus de ontkoppeling is in feite de eerste stap. Om zeg maar ons weer te koppelen met het zelf. Zaken zijn soms simpel, zo vertelt hij het ook. Maar hij zegt ook van het dient gewoon ontzettend veel beoefend te worden. Oefening baat kunst, letterlijk hier zo. Herkoppel jezelf met je werkelijke zelf. En daar komt dat stukje van wat Irene net zei. Energie zal jou begeleiden naar je bron. Mensen die zuiver zijn, houden van iedereen. Iedereen is een projectie van het goddelijke. Dan kom je bij dat leuke zinnetje van het ontkiemen. Dat op het moment dat wij naar binnen keren en daar zeg maar het zaad kunnen leggen voor een nieuwe ontwikkeling. De sterker we daar de aandacht aan geven, de sterker zal het groeien. Dat wat je aandacht geeft, groeit. Maar doen we het af en toe, dat plaatje gaat weer dood. Dat zaadje zal niet ontkiemen. Dus de buitenwereld blijft ons trekken. Dus zullen we zorgen te dragen voor, kies je ervoor om het plantje te koesteren, te voeden, dan zal het ontkiemen. Ging nou wel goed uit.
Ja, weer een applausje.
Spirituele energie. Eigenlijk geeft hij ook aan die spirituele energie is permanent. Dat wat jou zal begeleiden en die energie die ons laat streven naar het werkelijke zelf, naar de bron. Die universele energie, dat is wat ons zal ondersteunen, ons zal een gevoel geven van dat we gedragen worden. Als de connecties van de mind goed is, dan kunnen, als de connecties met de mind, zeg maar, met andere mensen goed is, dan kunnen we ons werkelijk verbinden. Als je iemand niet goed aanvoelt, zo van, dan ga je daar geen verbinding mee aan. En het doel is het breken dus van die begrenzingen en het vernieuwen wat onbegrensd is. We geven, dat gaf hij daarna als voorbeeld, we geven het beste eten aan de mensen, zodat ze kunnen groeien, omdat we eigenlijk het beste willen geven. Als je in de wereld van het spirituele gaat zoeken, kom je mensen tegen die je zullen helpen om je werkelijke zelf te vinden. Hoeft niet je partner te zijn.
So, search yourself, not others, Habit of searching others, you have. Because he's like this, he is like this, he's like this. What you are like, you have to search that. If you search yourself, whatever you have, inherited from the company, in which you have lived up to now, that will go away, and your originality will manifest. You have covered it, with your own thinking, which you have inherited from the company. You have got it from your company. So, stay. From there you stand and watch yourself. But I like where that my originality is hidden, because it is hidden. It has been dumped down with new environment, searches. Because whomsoever you felt he is happy, why is he happy? From where he has got this happiness? You try to copy that, so that I may get that happiness. Everybody is doing the same thing in this world. So we have to first, stop searching others, start searching yourself. Self is somewhere hidden in the covered, sanskaras, covered, impressions from outer world. And when that self radiates self gives, light, what happens? Then you start seeing, actually. In the light of the self, when you start seeing, then you travel towards the goal, which is to be achieved in life. But that is the comfort of sea which you need. You need things in plenty, not small ones. Sea of happiness you need. Sea of comfort you need. You need anything which can exhaust after a moment? No. Everybody in us needs something which remains always with us. And that is there inside, not outside. So, we have to go in, stay in, search inside by making the self busy inside, so that that disconnecting point can be felt and the stopping point of inside may be reached at, so that we can see the self in the light of the self. Self is effulgent, self-effulgent. Self has got a light from the day it came into existence. So, we are not searching, we have to search with that view, with that thinking that we have to get something which is permanent, ever existing. So, ever existing can give you something which is ever existing. Temporary things can give you something temporary. You are dependent upon temporary things. Temporary are giving you everything temporary. That temporary enjoyment which you enjoyed is still bothering you, troubling you, to think about them again and again. They are, you are creating your own web in which you are involved, like the insect, The insect, they create web, in the web they live. So in the web of your own world, you are living. You have to leave that web and go into the web of God, of the permanent entity, because that is permanent, that is divine, that is giving you something which is, which you need and which you had but lost in this present experiences which you have from the modern ways of life, modern techniques of life. That is lost somewhere, So, go in, stay in, watch yourself, not anybody else, If you watch others, you won't get it, When you start watching yourself, then starting point will be there. Because then others' waves, other thoughts which are coming and clouding your memory, they will go away. They won't affect you. Actually, heat outside is there. If you are inside, no heat is there. No? Even in deep sleep, sometimes you don't know whether it is cold or hot outside. You experience that state or not. In deep sleep, you don't feel I am in cold or I am warm. But when you come out of sleep, I need something to cover my body. So, we have to reach to the point where awareness comes, consciousness comes, quality to know ourselves, originate from inside. So, getting inside, staying inside, and searching the self is needed. If self is known somehow, then your path will start. Path to peace, path to comfort, path to eternal knowledge will come out. It is somewhere there inside it is. So I say, stay inside. Don't stay outside. Because whatever you see outside, that is changing. You don't need something which is always changing. You need something which doesn't change now. So, enter in. Watch inside. Watch yourself, not other. Even sometime in meditation also, you start watching others. That's not the aim of watching. Watching is watching yourself. Whatever comes from outside and is enveloped our personality, that envelope is to be loosened and see what is there inside that chitta, which is from the previous impressions, original impressions, which were given by God, we can say. God gave us this way of living, you know. Because we have forgotten God, so we have forgotten the way out. You know, when this was created, how to use it, it was there or not. You learned it or not. In the same way, when you were created, human beings were created, they were taught the way to live in this world. But they have forgotten because they have forgotten the teacher. If you forget the teacher, what happens? Teachings are lost. Then you start searching new teachers. Somebody may give me the same knowledge. So, searching the self is searching the knowledge which was given to us with the origin of this world. That's why right is the way of life, we say. Right is the way of life. Right. Not right, and the wrong and right. So right is actually the way of life. So we have to see what right is, and we can compare our right with others also, so that we can see what, skills, deficiencies are there in our thinking sometimes. They also help us. But actually, aim must not be forgotten that we are searching the self which is everywhere. The thing which is everywhere, it is in everyone also. All have some good qualities they can give you, but only after giving the mind. Before giving the mind, they won't give you. Even there, you have to give the mind to them. Then you can get something out of them. If you are here, your mind is not with me, what will you get? From wherever you want to get something, you have to give mind to them. Then you will get something. With giving mind, a space is created, we can say. A vacancy is there in your mind to receive something. Otherwise, if picture is full, how can you fill it with anything else? If this picture of Chitta is full of your own thinking, inherited from the society, nothing new can be put in that, So, we have to disconnect with the present thinking, connected with the thinking which is, going to give you comfort for all the times to come. Because whatever you possess, they give you comfort for a time being only. The new search starts. But if that search is there, that aim is there, all the time your standard of, measuring the comforts will change. You will feel, oh, something more is needed. This is not sufficient enough for me. I need better than this. Even best of these things which I am searching. Best of everything I need in my life. So, aim is to stay in and search the best of your life. From staying in it will start. Because then the influence of outer will not be there. And when you are above the influence, then new can crop in, new can spring in, new can come in. So, you can repeat this.
Okay.
But he can make you more clear. He can make you more clear if you are, because that language you understand, mine may not be clear.
Ofwel zoek jezelf, ga naar binnen, blijf binnen, that's it. Steeds zoek jezelf en vooral niet de anderen. Als je de herinneringen achterlaat, dan komt de zuiverheid van je werkelijke zelf ook omhoog. En ontsluier je het zelf van het verleden. Dus al onze impressies van buiten loslaten. Want het zelf is verborgen als het ware daaronder. Het ware, zuivere zelf zit verborgen onder al die impressies die wij eigenlijk nog koesteren. Als het zelf gaat stralen, dan zul je dat merken. Dat wil zeggen, als je het doel helder blijft zien en het zelf kan gaan stralen, kan er alleen maar liefde uit voortkomen. Maak de mind bezig. Zoek het beginpunt en zie dan waar het ware zelf zit. Want het ware zelf is altijd zuiver. Zuiver en puur. Dus zoek naar binnen. Dat wat permanent is en niet begrensd is. Alles wat begrensd is, laat je los. Permanente liefde, permanente kennis, permanente schoonheid, dat is wat je zult vinden als je in het ware zelf komt. Je creëert je eigen web, zoals een spin dat doet, waarin je gelooft en waarin je je eigen concept als het ware zeg maar in vastzet. Laat dat web achter je. Want Gods web is eigenlijk die permanente, dat onbegrensde, dat liefdevolle, dat kennisvolle. Door jezelf te zoeken, dan laat je de wereld als het ware even voor wat die is, met al zijn ditjes en al zijn datjes. Zoals in de diepe slaap je niets kunt voelen met het lichaam dat het koud of warm is. Maar als je wakker bent, dan voel je van alles. Door juist de wereld om je heen. Het zit allemaal al in je. Alles wat onveranderlijk is, zoek en kijk naar je ware zelf. Daar waar de zuiverheid en onbegrensdheid zit. We zijn de leraren vergeten. Keer naar binnen en is het zoeken naar de kennis die al lang in ons zit. En dat is wat hij benadrukte in feite van de zoektocht die we naar binnen maken is naar een stuk kennis, wat al eigenlijk die universele kennis die al in ons zit. Alleen die kennis is vertroebeld, die is gecoverd, die, hoe heet dat, versluierd. Dat wat waar is, dienen we na te streven. We kunnen vergelijken met elkaar, maar het doel van onszelf moet wel.
Out of that, love comes, love shines, love peeks into others' arena also.
Ja,
Don't keep.
Actually, if you want to peep in others' life, with love you can enter in his life. Otherwise, he say, "Oh, go away." He will compel. He will, pull you out. Go away. Why you are coming near me? Even closeness, body closeness, they don't like at that stage. When mind is one, mind is of one thinking, then you get connected. Then you get closer. When closeness of mind comes, then the closeness of intellect also comes. What good qualities are there, which I like in it. Then you start thinking of the qualities of that person whom you love. And if you go higher than qualities, you don't think, then you think what? Love is coming or not? That's all. I am being soaked in the love or not, like the sponge. Sponge, you know?
Sponge.
Eh?
Oh, dus SpongeBob.
So, aim is to break created things, and get them renewed with new one at every step, If they are not renewed, you can leave it, Anything you taste daily, oh, I must change this taste, All the day you are giving me one same thing, that's not good. Once we went to the village of Guruji, This boy was with us, In their, village, they used to give one lentil daily. He said, you know, no other lentil is there in your village. Then Guruji said, go home and ask them. You know. Actually, that lentil which they were giving, they think that is more powerful for everybody. But for the change of taste, they sent him. And they cooked another dal and he took it there then. And then they told him, you know, this is why we welcome everybody. We think that everybody must get healthier and healthier when he comes to our village. So we will give them, impart them the healthiest food which we take here. Because health is wealth for them. Health is wealth or not? If you are healthy, wealth can come. If you are not healthy, wealth won't come even.
Guruji said, you know, surround yourself with spiritual people.
Oh yes.
Right? To keep the state of mind, the permanent state of mind of searching the self. I don't know. I don't know what I wanted to ask, but I think how important is it if, for example, partners are not on the same spiritual path? Or
You are not searching the partner here, you are searching the self here.
sorry.
Actually.
Yes, but if I have a partner already, if I'm married.
But don't worry, you know, you have to search the self, you know.
Yes, but what about why did you mention the spiritual people? Because I thought it could be.
Spiritual people means, you know, when you go in the field of spiritualism, then you need some helper or not.
Yes, okay, yes. Yes,
And for helper you will search inside, you know.
yes.
And when you are at peace, when you are reach to the state where peace originates from you, he will be better than before you. He will also be good.
He can stay. He can stay. Rose is a nice guy.
Yeah, he's nice.
Shall I try?
Yes, you can try.
De vraag was, wat moet je doen om naar binnen te keren, om de pad te zuiveren? En hij kaartte even jouw eigen persoonlijke God aan, als je daarop mediteert. Eigenlijk wat ze aangeven is van op het moment dat je op zo'n God, Shiva of Vishnu of Brahma of Krishna, bedenk het maar, die kwaliteiten van die God, die eigenlijk worden van jou. Dat wordt zeg maar aangewakkerd, ontwikkeld zeg maar doordat jij je daar zo op mediteert, zo daarin opgaat, dat het eigenlijk in jou zich ontwikkelt. Maar ook zo ontwikkeld dat je daardoor die grenzen kunt breken, de begrenzing kunt verbreken die je eigenlijk hebt opgedaan door de levens en door dit leven heen. Dat is eigenlijk het idee van, dat is de eerste stap. Op het moment dat we daarin door kunnen gaan, dan zul je merken dat je de kwaliteiten eigenlijk van die Isvara hebt. Doordat wij moeten eigenlijk de begrenzingen dus verruilen voor de zuiverheid. Voor de zuiverheid en voor de onbegrensdheid. Op laatst zei hij ook van, eigenlijk wat we moeten doen, ons doel is het breken van begrenzingen en het vernieuwen wat onbegrensd is. Als je bijvoorbeeld met niet een Isvara hebt, dan kun je zeggen van als ik het Om ga herhalen in mijn meditatie, dan zeg je van schrijf het als het ware of zie het als het ware in je derde oog. En op het moment dat je dat kunt zien met jouw innerlijke oog, die Om zo voor je, dan gaat op een gegeven moment het geloof veranderen in weten. Het is niet meer een aanname, maar het is je weet dat het werkt, je weet dat het functioneert door puur je eigen ervaring. En het zelf, het werkelijke zelf, dat neemt geen geboorte. Het is alleen maar de media wat zeg maar constant verandert en een nieuw leven pakt. Kinderen kunnen heel actief hun vorige leven herinneren en daar zijn genoeg verhalen over zeg maar. En al die herinneringen die ook die kinderen laten zien, dat als ze zeggen stop hier met de auto, Want daar heb ik gewoond, dat zijn mijn familieleden. Dat zit opgeslagen in onze chitta. Dus de ontkoppeling is in feite de eerste stap. Om zeg maar ons weer te koppelen met het zelf. Zaken zijn soms simpel. Zo vertelt hij het ook. Maar hij zegt ook van het dient gewoon ontzettend veel beoefend te worden. Oefening baat kunst, letterlijk hier zo. Herkoppel jezelf met je werkelijke zelf. En daar komt dat stukje van wat Irene net zei. Energie zal jou begeleiden naar je bron. Mensen die zuiver zijn, houden van iedereen. Iedereen is een projectie van het goddelijke. Dan kom je bij dat leuke zinnetje van het ontkiemen. Dat op het moment dat wij naar binnen keren en daar zeg maar het zaad kunnen leggen voor een nieuwe ontwikkeling. De sterker we daar de aandacht aan geven, de sterker zal het groeien. Dat wat je aandacht geeft, groeit. Maar doen we het af en toe, dat plaatje gaat weer dood. Dat zaadje zal niet ontkiemen. Dus de buitenwereld blijft ons strekken. Dus zullen we zorg moeten dragen voor, kies je ervoor om dat plantje te koesteren, te voeden, dan zal het ontkiemen. Vind je nou wel goed uit?
Ja, weer een sfeerapplausje.
Spirituele energie. Eigenlijk geeft hij ook aan die spirituele energie is permanent. Dat wat jou zal begeleiden en die energie die ons laat streven naar het werkelijke zelf, naar de bron. Die universele energie, dat is wat ons zal ondersteunen, ons zal een gevoel geven van dat we gedragen worden. Als de connecties van de mind goed is, dan kunnen, als de connecties met de mind, zeg maar, met andere mensen goed is, dan kunnen we ons werkelijk verbinden. Als iemand niet goed aanvoelt, zo van, dan ga je daar geen verbinding mee aan. En het doel is het breken dus van die begrenzingen en die vernieuwen wat onbegrensd is. We geven, dat gaf hij daarna als voorbeeld, we geven het beste eten aan de mensen, zodat ze kunnen groeien, omdat we eigenlijk het beste willen geven. Als je in de wereld van het spirituele gaat zoeken, kom je mensen tegen die je zullen helpen, om je werkelijke zelf te vinden. Hoeft niet je partner te zijn.
So, search yourself, not others, Habit of searching others, you have. Because he's like this, he is like this, he's like this. What you are like, you have to search that. If you search yourself, whatever you have, inherited from the company, in which you have lived up to now, that will go away, and your originality will manifest. You have covered it, with your own thinking, which you have inherited from the company. You have got it from your company. So, stay in. From there you stand and watch yourself. But I like where that my originality is hidden, because it is hidden. It has been dumped down with new environment, searches him. Because whomsoever you felt he is happy, why is he happy? From where he has got this happiness? You try to copy that, so that I may get that happiness. Everybody is doing the same thing in this world. So we have to first, stop searching others, start searching yourself. Self is somewhere hidden in the covered, sanskaras, covered, impressions from outer world. And when that self radiates, self gives, light, what happens? Then you start seeing, actually. In the light of the self, when you start seeing, then you travel towards the goal, which is to be achieved in life. But that is the comfort of sea which you need. You need things in plenty, not small ones. Sea of happiness you need. Sea of comfort you need. You need anything which can exhaust after a moment? No. Everybody in us needs something which remains always with us. And that is there inside, not outside. So, we have to go in, stay in, search inside by making the self busy inside so that that disconnecting point can be felt and the stopping point of inside may be reached at so that we can see the self in the light of the self. Self is effulgent, self-effulgent. Self has got a light from the day it came into existence. So, we are not searching, we have to search with that view, with that thinking that we have to get something which is permanent, ever existing. So, ever existing can give you something which is ever existing. Temporary things can give you something temporary. You are dependent upon temporary things. And temporary are giving you everything temporary. That temporary enjoyment which you enjoyed is still bothering you, troubling you, to think about them again and again. They are, you are creating your own web in which you are involved, like the insect, The insect, they create web, in the web they live. So, in the web of your own world, you are living. You have to leave that web and go into the web of God, of the permanent entity, because that is permanent, that is divine, that is giving you something which is, which you need and which you had but lost in this present experiences which you have from the modern ways of life, modern techniques of life. That is lost somewhere, So, go in, stay in, watch yourself, not anybody else, If you watch others, you won't get it, When you start watching yourself, then starting point will be there. Because then others' waves, other thoughts which are coming and clouding your memory, they will go away. They won't affect you. Actually, heat outside is there. If you are inside, no heat is there. No? Even in deep sleep, sometimes you don't know whether it is cold or hot outside. You experience that state or not. In deep sleep, you don't feel, I am in cold or I am warm. But when you come out of sleep, I need something to cover my body. So, we have to reach to the point where awareness comes, consciousness comes, quality to know ourselves, originate from inside. So, getting inside, staying inside, and searching the self is needed. If self is known somehow, then your path will start. Path to peace, path to comfort, path to eternal knowledge will come out. It is somewhere there inside it is. So I say, stay inside. Don't stay outside. Because whatever you see outside, that is changing. You don't need something which is always changing. You need something which doesn't change now. So, enter in. Watch inside. Watch yourself, not others. Even sometime in meditation also, we start watching others. That's not the aim of watching. Watching is watching yourself. Whatever comes from outside and is enveloped our personality, that envelope is to be loosened and see what is there inside that chitta, which is from the previous impressions, original impressions, which were given by God, we can say. God gave us this way of living, you know. Because we have forgotten God, so we have forgotten the way out. You know, when this was created, how to use it, it was there or not. You learned it or not. In the same way, when you were created, human beings were created, they were taught the way to live in this world. But they have forgotten because they have forgotten the teacher. If you forget the teacher, what happens? Teachings are lost. Then you start searching new teachers. Somebody may give me the same knowledge. So, searching the self is searching the knowledge which was given to us with the origin of this world. That's why right is the way of life, we say. Right is the way of life. Right? Not right. And the wrong and right. So right is actually the way of life. So we have to see what right is, and we can compare our right with others also, so that we can see what skills, deficiencies are there in our thinking sometimes. They also help us. But actually, aim must not be forgotten that we are searching the self which is everywhere. The thing which is everywhere, it is in everyone also. All have some good qualities they can give you, but only after giving the mind. Before giving the mind, they won't give you. Even there, you have to give the mind to them. Then you can get something out of them. If you are here, your mind is not with me, what will you get? From wherever you want to get something, you have to give mind to them. Then you will get something. With giving mind, a space is created, we can say. A vacancy is there in your mind to receive something. Otherwise, if picture is full, how can you fill it with anything else? If this picture of Chitta is full of your own thinking, inherited from the society, nothing new can be put in that, So, we have to disconnect with the present thinking, connected with the thinking which is, going to give you comfort for all the time to come. Because whatever you possess, they give you comfort for a time being only. Then new search starts. But if that search is there, that aim is there, all the time your standard of, measuring the comforts will change. You will feel, oh, something more is needed. This is not sufficient enough for me. I need better than this. Even best of these things which I am searching. Best of everything I need in my life. So, aim is to stay in and search the best of your life. From staying in it will start. Because then the influence of outer will not be there. And when you are above the influence, then you can crop in, you can spring in, you can come in. So, you can repeat this.
Okay.
But he can make you more clear. He can make you more clear in your, because that language you understand, mine may not be clear.
Ofwel zoek jezelf, ga naar binnen, blijf binnen, that's it. Steeds. Zoek jezelf en vooral niet de anderen. Als je de herinneringen achterlaat, dan komt de zuiverheid van je werkelijke zelf ook omhoog. En ontsluier je het zelf van het verleden. Dus al onze impressies van buiten loslaten. Want het zelf is verborgen als het ware daaronder. Het ware, zuivere zelf zit verborgen onder al die impressies die wij eigenlijk nog koesteren. Als het zelf gaat stralen, dan zul je dat merken. Dat wil zeggen, als je het doel helder blijft zien en het zelf kan gaan stralen, kan er alleen maar liefde uit voortkomen. Maak de mind bezig. Zoek het beginpunt en zie dan waar het ware zelf zit. Want het ware zelf is altijd zuiver en puur. Dus zoek naar binnen. Dat wat permanent is en niet begrensd is. Alles wat begrensd is, laat je los. Permanente liefde, permanente kennis, permanente schoonheid, dat is wat je zult vinden als je in het ware zelf komt. Je creëert je eigen web, zoals een spin dat doet, waarin je gelooft en waarin je je eigen concept als het ware zeg maar in vastzet. Laat dat web achter je. Want Gods web is eigenlijk die permanente, dat onbegrensde, dat liefdevolle, dat kennisvolle. Door jezelf te zoeken, dan laat je de wereld als het ware even voor wat die is, met al zijn ditjes en al zijn datjes. Zoals in de diepe slaap je niets kunt voelen met het lichaam dat het koud of warm is. Maar als je wakker bent, dan voel je van alles. Door juist de wereld om je heen. Het zit allemaal al in je. Alles wat onveranderlijk is, zoek en kijk naar je ware zelf. Daar waar de zuiverheid en onbegrensdheid zit. We zijn de leraren vergeten. Keer naar binnen en is het zoeken naar de kennis die al lang in ons zit. En dat is wat hij benadrukte in feite van de zoektocht die we naar binnen maken is naar een stuk kennis, wat al eigenlijk die universele kennis die al in ons zit. Alleen die kennis is vertroebeld, die is gecoverd, die, hoe heet dat, versluierd. Dat wat waar is, dienen we na te streven. We kunnen vergelijken met elkaar, maar het doel van onszelf moet wel helder zijn. Je moet je mind kunnen overgeven, je moet je mind kunnen weggeven om dingen te kunnen krijgen. Anders is er geen ruil, anders is er geen wisseling, uitwisseling. Je overgave van de mind, een open mind, dan is er plek om iets te ontvangen. Anders sluit je je concept af en geef je of krijg je niets. Dus boven de invloed gaan van de huidige, van je geschiedenis, boven die invloed uitstijgen, dan krijgen we een open mind.
Zo.
Applaus.
A question.
Yes.
If you try to go inside, the memory still stays.
Yes.
But how can you then delete the memory? That it won't distract you again.
You know, you can't delete it because it is already printed there. Printed can't be deleted.
That is will keep on distracting.
We call that the
in
iCloud.
process.
We call it an iCloud. It's there.
Oh, yes, it is there already there. So what you have to do, you know, there are lines, you know. This line is there, then what you have to do, you have to create a big line here. Oh, now mine is the. You know? The positive qualities are to increase. They will then, usually what happens, you know, they will subside. They won't trouble you. Actually, going inside means, you know, going to a higher level. If you go on the top of this building, you can see the surrounding more clearly or not. If your aim is there, you can see the path also, whether path is right or not, whether goal is visible or not here from here, which path we have to follow. That's the objective of going inside and staying there, so that you can see the goal clearly and the path clearly.
Glashelder? Crystal clear?
But it makes it difficult till the line is not.
Yeah. Till your desire is not resolute, not determined. You are determined, not determined for the goal. You won't start even then. Starting will be from the day you are determined. You are resolute. This is my aim. This is my goal, which I have to achieve. Actually, when you go to your place, you can read them and again you can ask me questions. If some points are not clear, then I can clear it again. Because this is coming and going. Here I am giving you, sometimes you get these things, sometimes you don't get them. Because you are busy somewhere else also. Whole mind is not here. So after, studying is revising these things, you can ask me questions so that I can, find the root cause of your, not understanding these things.
I have a question. Is there any advice on, when you turn inside, is there a danger of becoming self-centered?
Oh no. Self-centered means what? When you are selfish only. Selfish means you do everything for yourself only. But here you are leaving those things which make you selfish. You are, widening your thinking, widening your area of everything.
And selfish is making it smaller.
Self is bigger now.
Yes.
Self is not small.
No,
Self is everywhere. Only thinking is selfish.
Yes, I mean selfishness is making small and searching self is making big.
Selfish is always small.
Yeah.
Because self is bigger now. Can't be enveloped, can't be covered by anything. It is unlimited. Without limit it is.
I think it was crystal clear to me.
Oh yes, they will. Because in crystal, when you open your eye, you can see forward. On the other side also. But still they are not there, where they can see the opposite side also.
Crystal clear.
Crystal is like glass. So
Yes.
glass you can see the other side also. But they are not yet seeing the other side. Only their side they are seeing.
Georgie, may I ask you, when you said when you go inside, you have to focus on your personal deity, but you also...
I didn't say anything about deity,
Oh, well,
You have, somewhere I did this. I didn't ask anything, or you might have. Actually searching the self, because deity is divine. Till you know what divine is, deities can't be known. When divinity come in you, then search for the divinity starts. Then after that you will know what divine is. Yet the search has not started, even for divinity.
but I thought when you go inside, you focus on your mantra.
Yes,
And-
that's nice. Focus on mantra means instead of focusing, write the mantra inside. Make this a slate, a paper, and inside that you write the mantra. And write to the point where you can see, oh, it is written there. And when it is written, overwrite over it. So that maximum disconnection of the outer mind which is flowing outside may be cut out. When it is fully cut out, the motion is not there in the mind, then it will start towards the goal, from where it is originating, from where it is coming out.
Maar heb je je vraag helemaal gesteld?
But if you, going on that question, if you visualize here your mantra, you have your focus on the tip of your nose. But when you then try to visualize, then your mind is going up.
Don't worry, when you focus here, still you will go here.
Because if
You
you then
try
focus,
to focus here.
yeah,
Because somehow you will see tears will come out of eyes for some time. After that, here a pressure will be here somewhere. Then you will get to the point where you have to focus, actually, from where the command of the God can be known.
Can you explain it a little bit different? I don't get it.
Well, the focusing is then with the open eyes.
Oh yes, you can start with open eyes also, don't worry. But when you see here,
That's why I should start somewhere.
that's why I say,
Then
till the inner eye is not open, you can use these eyes only. You don't have other eyes yet to see.
Yeah.
Swamiji said, when you focus on the tip of your nose, then ultimately tears will come, etc. But is that with closed eyes?
With closed eyes also it can come, but usually if the point of location is near, then they don't come. When you are far off, you can cry. Or not? When you are near, no crying is there. Oh, the goal is here. Then happiness comes from inside.
Wat hij net ook zei, is dat op het moment dat je op het puntje van je neus focust, dan ontstaan dat de spanningen allemaal loskomen. Maar juist door dat stukje, dan gaat er uiteindelijk hier bij je derde oog, bij je chakra, komt er een bepaalde druk. En dat is wat hij zegt, dan snap je waar zeg maar, dat punt zit, waar je dat geschreven mantra gaat plaatsen.
Zijn we nog niet?
Dat is wat hij zei. Dus als je dat hebt gedaan, dan voel je hier vanzelf die druk komen in dat anja chakra. Ja? En dat is waar de plek zit, waar hij zegt van, dat is waar de divine zit. Dan weet je, daar zal ik het schrijven. En dat brengt jou weer verder om.
Dus je moet in het begin wel hierop focussen, niet op je kraan.
Oh, that's another question.
Actually, when you start seeing here, then you can go here. When you start looking here, then you can go here. When you don't see, how can you go there?
You miss a step.
So when you see here, then you can travel. In seeing light is needed. When the light of his intellect manifests there, then you can go ahead. So,
Questions?
questions you can ask. Otherwise, I can talk from my level. Their level, I won't know.
Okay. Helder?
Ik ben aan het denken.
I'm just thinking, Guruji, if I were saying now that you have to write it here, but how will you know to go up to the broad chakra? Or is it something that automatically happens? Or
Actually, what happens is, your path starts when you start seeing inside, not before that.
so when your mind is still,
And then inner eyes start watching, closed eyes start watching inside, then light comes. In that light you will start traveling. And when you start traveling, then you can go to your goal also. When you see this goal, then you go, these are connected from inside.
This is third grade.
Yeah.
We're still
Third eye is somewhere here, pituitary pineal, they are the, third eye, you can go there and then you can go there.
Yeah. But now, at least I am at a stage that my mind is still overwhelming, but once my mind is still and the light will be inside.
And if still in busying the goal, if it still without busying the, thinking about the goal, you won't see the light.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Aim must be there. Goal must be there. And goal is something which is, beyond the created limits of thinking. Not within the created, thinking. Yes.
How do you think of your goal when it's beyond the thinking?
How you can think?
If you are still in that thinking mind, the mind.
Actually, that's why I am saying, make the mind busy in that state.
Mantra.
Writing mantra. That, Almighty is waiting for you. Yeah. Come on, you are not coming. You are not coming to my home, you are staying in your home, created home. Come to my home. So you have to write there and think about the goal, which is beyond this limited world, created world. Actually, his mother and father both. He wants they give love, but in return you are not giving them love. They want your love also.
Hello?
Swamiji saying that thinking of the goal, is that something like visualiseren, a goal? Is that something like that?
Visualizing a goal, is that what she doesn't understand? How you have to be clear about the goal?
Oh, God is where?
Everywhere.
Then you have to be everywhere in visualization.
Very simple.
What's that?
Eigenlijk wat Swamiji zegt is van de onbegrensdheid.
Ja.
Het goddelijke is overal. Dus moeten we het onbegrensde worden. Maar ons denken is begrensd. Dus dat stukje zouden we kunnen loslaten. En dat concept zou je los mogen laten. Om die onbegrensdheid enigszins te gaan ervaren.
Wat moet ik in meditatie leven?
Because somewhere we have lost this concept that God is everywhere. We only say God is everywhere.
Yeah.
So to that point we have to go where clarity of that concept comes in our mind. Okay. And we feel we are moving in God. We are living in God. We are doing in God. We are sleeping in God. We are enjoying in God. Because it is there everywhere. You can't hide anything from Him, can you? You can't. So, everything will be more clear, more effective, more comforting, more pleasing to everybody. Yes.
Is there a time when humanity had a less clouded mind?
Oh yes.
When
God created him. When God creates, He created us like Him.
And then what happened?
What happened? We forget the God and we forget the way of living. He got us.
And why did we forget?
The day you forget, you think you are separate from God. You are in the God. You forget that. God is watching everything. You forget that.
So when did this happen? When man was created or after?
After creation. When it created, God, created us. He created us like Him. But what happens? I see outward, they don't see inside. Because of outer, search, you forget the originality of the teaching He gave us. The way of teaching, way of living He gave us. That was forgotten. So we have to go to the point again, from where that remembrance can manifest and give us right, thinking, right behavior, right action. Everything right will come out from that point. Well, light is already there inside,
Guruji,
But this is for helping us outside. Inside it is there. Those who reach there, they say, countless suns are there inside. Such a light is there.
Why did God not create us to be better at looking inside?
See, actually, when you create the best thing in your life, when it is within your thinking, or not.
Yeah.
When you write something, you write in the best possible way,
Yeah.
from a best possible level. In the same way, He created us in the best way, best possible form, but after disconnection from Him, because we start searching Him outside, but He is inside. This outward search has separated us from Him. So we have to go inside again and reach to that point. Yes?
Why is there an outer world?
What?
Like, why is there an outer world? Why is there
Outer world.
like the nature and everything and bodies?
Actually, created things are not bad. This is not bad. You can misuse it. In the word is not bad. Overuse of that is not in a best possible way. Because He lives in this world because He is everywhere, but He has created the world for us. We don't know the way of living in that world. That we have to, learn, which we have forgotten. Because actually, your father or mother built some home. They live there ever. They go away. They live for you or not. Your father and mother, when they built the home, they will take the home with them. They will be left here. Home will be left here. And who will use it? You can use it. Those who belong to father and mother, they can use it or not. Children are their belonging. So these things belong to the children, that means indirectly.
Why is it that, like, looking in the outer world is not good, and why should you go inside? Like, if you say the outer world is good as well, that may be less good or something. Like,
actually, your standard of, measuring the outer world, they are not yet, your original. They are inherited one from the environment. You got this thinking from yourself or from the outer world?
sorry,
Jouw manier van denken heb je van de buitenwereld, niet van jezelf.
So inherited one is to be removed so that original may manifest.
but still, I don't get it.
Jouw manier van denken heeft jou tot dit concept gebracht. En dat is gevormd door de buitenwereld. Dus wat hij zegt...
But this outer world is also created for mankind. Like
but that is what Swamiji said. Your conception, your concept of the world is made by the memories of the people around you.
Yeah.
But she asked why that is bad.
Yeah, well, like looking or being grasped by the outside world is something you should not do. You should go inside.
Because that's permanent.
No.
Yeah, but
No, actually, what have you grasped, that is wrong. To remove that grasping, we have to go inside. So that original grasping of your state of mind may come.
So like you're not grasping anymore, like you're just...
No. You will grasp from a higher level, from a better state of mind. We have not to live. We have to learn the art of living, is it one. From a higher level, you can get view of better things in a better way.
But you still are connected with the outside world when you are inside.
Oh yes, from higher world you will be connected. Actually, when you are studying from first standard to 10th standard, what is happening? You are living in the world or not? And what is changing? Your state of mind. Your state of observing is changing. In the same way, in this path also, your state of observation will be changing, and you will reach to